I'm very grateful you came to help me, Agatha. I don't think I could have removed Jason's spleen by myself. If only we dared bring him to a hospital.
It was my pleasure, Alfred. You may not know it, but I'm a method actor, and this experience has been very useful. Even though my character, Dr. Julia Davenport, is a psychiatrist rather than a surgeon, soap operas frequently depend on bizarre and unrealistic plot devices. It's perfectly possible Julia will be performing surgery at some point in the near future. And now I will be able to perform the part with great conviction.
Nonetheless, under the circumstances, I think you're proving yourself the soul of generosity. I can't convey the terror I felt when Gwyneth and Bruce brought him back, unconscious, after they rescued him from Cyril's minions.
Yes, what foolish bravado. To imagine that his kung fu could have defeated the combined forces of Cyril's minions and his parakeets. Still, I can imagine why you find that very sexy.
Yes, indeed. Speaking of such things, do I understand correctly that you're seeing Gwyneth now?
Yes, Alfred, since the night after I treated her.
And you do have every confidence your treatment will be successful? Not that I doubt your abilities, but you do realize that many women have found being near Gwyneth to be rather dangerous. The body we had to move from here to treat Jason, that was Tabitha. She and Gwyneth were.
Yes, Gwyneth admitted everything. I think I would have been devoured already if it were going to be an issue. No, I think Cyril's hypnotic control is broken once and for all.
What a relief. I never was in any personal danger from her, though I've never understood quite why, but it has been awfully difficult having not just to overlook her killings, but to abet them.
So I'd imagine. Why on earth didn't you report her to the police long ago, or at least mention it to Bruce when you were seeing him?
I'm not proud of that. Part of the reason is that Gwyneth's such a dear. I would have found it very difficult to have her arrested as a serial killer. But the truth is, and this is something I've never told her, I owe her a debt of gratitude so great I could never do such a thing. As long as she never felt a pang of hunger, Gwyneth was perfectly fine. Her killings were always by accident when she didn't manage to have a snack soon enough.
I know all about that. But what's this debt of gratitude Gwyneth doesn't know about?
It was the very first time I met her. Back then, I lived in Montevideo, running a small clinic, and I'm ashamed to say living under Cyril's protection. But Cyril grew tired of me. My gratitude for his having financed my medical education had waned, and I grew increasingly impatient with his bizarre sexual demands. Oh, Agatha, they were vile. At any rate, Cyril finally decided to be done with me, but I knew too much. He determined I had to die. After one last, particularly degrading encounter, I'll spare you the details, but in addition to the balloons and yogurt he usually employed, on this occasion he used a steamed calliope, train deals, and the services of an elderly tinsel maker from Budapest. He turned me over to his minions for disposal. But then, just after they had gotten me to the seafront, Gwyneth arrived. She overcame them with her kung fu, though not before they managed to injure her critically with a safe they had conveniently to hand. Somewhat staggered by all this, I nonetheless managed to get Gwyneth to my clinic to treat her injuries. We soon discovered she was unable to remember the preceding decade. I felt, under the circumstances, it was best to keep quiet about precisely how I found her, especially since I was concerned to leave Uruguay as rapidly as possible. But then, of course, Cyril arrived here 6 months ago.
So many things have become clear. It's an extraordinary